To get started, you want to take your button and you want to thread on all your cords. So you want to thread all cords equally at either side, so they want to be the same length at the end. And then you want to take your board and then clip the button to the top of the board. And then you want to take your longest cords and put these to one side. And then you can clip the other colours, which should be the shortest cords, to the bottom of the board for the beginning of your pattern. So to get started, I'm just going to be knotting like a regular square knot bracelet. So I want to go over, over and through. And then under, under and through. And I want to repeat this until I've done the first third of the bracelet. So once you've done the first third of your bracelet, you can take the short cords from the bottom of the board and you want to thread on your first bead. So you want to thread all your cords into your bead. And then you want to do the same with the background colour there. So once you've threaded on your first bead, you just want to push it up into place against the square knots you've just done. And then you want to take the colour that you've used here and you want to clip these two to the bottom of your board. And then you want to take your other colours and you want to put one at one side and then one at the other side. So you should end up with both your colours out like this. So you're going to take the first colour, whichever colour you want to work with first. You're just going to do the same thing that you did there, but you're just working over these cords now. And you're just going to do a square knot for your first colour. And once you've done that one, you want to take this colour. Now you can work it underneath these ones or over these ones, but whichever way you decide to do it consistently for each colour change. So I'm going to go over the top and then just do another square knot. And then again switch colours, bringing this new colour over the old colour. And again square knot. And sometimes you do have to hold these in place as you're doing the knot so it doesn't catch. And then again just switch to your next colour and just keep doing this all the way down until you've done the second third of your bracelet. So once you've done as many knots as you need for this part of your bracelet, you can again repeat what you did here and add the bead to all your cords. So once you've got the bead attached to all the cords, you can push the bead up into place like you did there. And then you want to return to what you were doing at the beginning. So you want to take your white cords out, or whatever you've got as this colour, and put these to one side and then clip the rest of the cords to the bottom of the board. And then again you're just going to do square knots, and you want to do the same amount of square knots there for this section. So once you've done the last third of your bracelet, you you can unclip your cords from the bottom of the board, and then you want to split into 2 sections. So you should have 3 in this and 3 in this. So then you want to take this side and put this cord out of the way, and then clip these 2 to the bottom of the board, and then you're just going to make the fastening for your buttonhole. So you just want to go over and pull through, and then under and pull through. And I just want to repeat this until you make the gap big enough to fit your button through, and how big that is will depend on the size of your button, so it's a good idea to measure as you go along. And you want to do the same amount of knots at this side as you do at this side. So once you've got the same amount of knots at both sides, you can fasten up your buttonhole. So you want to take all your shortest cords in the centre and clip these back to the bottom of the board, and then do a few square knots like you did here just to close your buttonhole. So once you've done that, you can remove your bracelet from the board, and then you want to trim and seal any excess. So I'm going to use a lighter to seal, but you could use glue if you preferred. And once you've finished, you should end up with something that looks like this. So now you just want to try on your bracelet. And that is your completed 3-colour bracelet.